You walk into a very crowded room. You accidentally drop a notebook on the floor. A loud thud echoes across the quiet room. Every single eye seemingly darts right toward you. Your face instantly feels hot and turns red. You think everyone is judging your clumsy mistake. But the actual truth is the exact opposite. Most people do not even blink an eye. They completely ignore your little dropping action. Many psychological studies have measured this surprising fact. Your deep embarrassment is actually just an illusion. Why does the brain trick us so convincingly? We often cling to a very false belief. That belief is, I am the universe's center. You wear a slightly wrinkled shirt outside today. You quickly hide the wrinkles behind a bag. You assume every passerby will stare at it. You stumble over a word during a presentation. You freeze on stage with badly shaking hands. You believe the audience will remember that mistake. This intense feeling of being watched feels real. It makes your palms sweat profusely right away. It makes your heart pound incredibly fast. Many people choose to shrink into dark corners. They reject valuable opportunities for personal growth. They fear the judgmental stares of other people. But this mindset has a massive logical flaw. The surrounding world does not work like that. Your personal perspective is being severely distorted. A hidden psychological mechanism is secretly controlling you. Behavioral science calls this the spotlight effect. This is a well-known term in modern psychology. Professor Thomas Gilovich created a very famous experiment. This experiment measured the actual attention of people. He asked university students to wear a t-shirt. The shirt featured an extremely outdated pop singer. The shirt looked incredibly awkward and very uncool. A student wore it into a crowded classroom. The wearer then predicted the number of notices. They guessed over half the class would stare. They believed the crowd was secretly laughing. The actual results completely shocked the eager researchers. Under a quarter of the room noticed it. The real difference in numbers was absolutely massive. The core mechanism behind this is egocentric bias. Humans naturally filter the world through themselves. Every individual lives inside a separate inner world. In that world, they're the main character. You are permanently trapped in your own perspective. You shine a blinding spotlight on yourself. You mistakenly think the whole world sees it. But other people are doing the exact same thing. They're shining the spotlight on their faces. They worry about a red pimple on their forehead. They mentally calculate their bank balance this month. They recall an angry argument with their partner. Their brains are dealing with massive information overload. They lack the mental capacity to judge you. The human brain wildly exaggerates this attention level. It constantly rings fake alarm bells in your mind. What do you do when feeling heavily judged? The most natural human reflex is hiding away. You try wearing very safe, dark-colored clothes. You sit quietly in the corner during meetings. You never dare to raise your hand up. You think perfection will save you from embarrassment. You try building a flawless exterior shell. But this is the most dangerous psychological trap. Constant avoidance does not reduce your anxiety at all. It only reinforces fear signals in neural networks. Running away makes the imaginary spotlight shine brighter. You're digging your own psychological black hole. Your intuition tells you to become totally invisible. But the real truth goes completely in reverse. You're already invisible to strangers right now. They are too busy with their own life movie. Tensing your muscles to hide is entirely pointless. That action just heavily wastes your mental energy. The final solution is not fixing your appearance. The solution is not practicing skills perfectly either. The real solution lies in changing your lens. Let's examine 3 very specific daily situations. The first situation takes place in a school. You arrive exactly 5 minutes late for class. You tiptoe and gently push the wooden door. The door makes a very tiny squeaking sound. You imagine the whole class staring at you. You quickly look down and walk to the back. Your back feels like it is burning up. But actually, your desk mate is nodding off. The teacher is writing a long math equation. Almost nobody stores that moment in their head. The second situation happens in an office environment. You accidentally hit send on a company-wide email. You forget to attach the important financial report. You panic and click rapidly to undo it. You pull your hair over this silly mistake. You fear your boss will judge your competence. Actually, your boss receives hundreds of emails daily. They just skim the screen with indifferent eyes. They press delete and continue typing away normally. The third situation takes place at a gym. You just signed up for your first day. You wear a poorly fitting set of sportswear. You struggle with the leg press machine pin. You fear muscular guys are smirking at you, but their eyes are glued to the mirrors. They are passionately admiring their own flexing muscles. They wear headphones and listen to loud music. Your clumsy shadow never enters their retinas at all. How we turn off this fake spotlight? Note that this video is purely for psychological education. It does not replace professional medical advice ever. Please apply these 3 practical action steps immediately. Step 1. Boldly practice the reality check test. Next time you blush with embarrassment, stand perfectly still. Do not hurriedly run away from a situation. Scan the entire room for exactly 5 seconds. Count the people actually looking into your eyes. You will always get a big fat 0. This counting action instantly breaks the egocentric illusion. It splashes cold water on your emotional brain. Step 2. Actively shift your visual focal point. You torture yourself asking about others' inner thoughts. Flip the script to, what about my thoughts? Actively observe the shirt color of the person opposite. Notice the coffee brand logo in their hand. Count how many people wear glasses in the room. This directly pulls the spotlight off your body. It scatters dense concentration out into the environment. Your stressed nervous system will immediately cool down. Step 3. Acknowledge the inevitable forgetfulness of humans. Close your eyes and recall a coworker's mistake. They spilled orange juice in last week's meeting. Do you remember the exact shape of that stain? Your brain definitely cannot recall that specific detail. Others process and delete your information just like that. Their memory of your silliness is extremely short-lived. Deeply realizing this brings a massive sense of freedom. The giant spotlight is purely an imaginary product. It stems from the brain's overprotective survival instincts. Nobody holds a magnifying glass over your steps. Everyone is busy playing their own main character. You're just an anonymous extra walking by. This psychological truth sounds a bit harsh initially, but this truth is a wonderful mental gift. It shatters chains and frees you from judgment. Will you dare to turn off that spotlight today?